Okay, so now once you finish tracing everything, you want to click on the arrow right here, the select bar, and then you're going to click on your entire pumpkin and you can move it out of the picture. Or once you move it, you can hit backspace and get rid of it altogether. If you want to keep it, for example, as a reference, I recommend making it smaller and putting it in the corner so that way you can have a reference to the color scheme. All right, now speaking of colors, let's go back over here to our line where we can select ways to color this. So the ways to color this, obviously there's paintbrush, there's crayons, there's spray paint. The only thing that I tell you to pay attention to is the size that you're creating. So again, my favorite, when I fill in stuff, I like to use Sketchy, but you can feel free to use any or experiment, find out which ones you like. I'm going to go with this orange for my pumpkin. Key thing here is this is important where it says FF right here, FF5103. That's your color. So if you go back to it and you want to match your color again, it's a good idea to write those things down. Now the line width that you create, that you work with, here's the line width, and then here's the spread. So the more spread, the less spread. I like to keep my spread kind of thin because I want it to be able to be more in my control. Then all I do is I click and drag. It starts to create. And now notice as I go down and around and begin to fill in, it starts to fill in everything for me. All right, so that's using Sketchy. If you make a mistake, I went down there, I crossed over my line. Again, you can undo what you're working with. Another approach is you could use the tile brush. If you're going to use a tile brush, again, make sure your size is the size you're looking for. And then as you fill in, it's just like a roller. You just roll back and forth and you create what you're looking for. And another option here is outside the tile brush. You can use crayons, you can use spray paint, you can use the paintbrush. Again, the paintbrush, watch your blur. That'll be how much it spreads out and your size. So that's how big it is to start with. And if I want to make it smaller to get in more smaller areas, I just close it down and it allows me, again, the nice thing is that little orange dot tells you exactly what you're working for. So it's up to you how you want to fill in your paint, right? However you want to fill in your colors. You can use your calligraphy pen. You can use a crayon. You can even use spray paint. The only thing that you want to worry about with a spray paint is, again, how much area is being sprayed at one time. And if you go too fast, it leaves a lot of white in between. I'm not a big fan of the spray paint unless I'm doing something very specific that I'm working toward. All right, so I'm going to color this in. And as you color things in, remember, here's your colors right here. You can find a whole spectrum. Let's say I want green for my stem. I can click on the green and then I can get very specific and work my way down. Find the green that I'm looking for. Use the style that I'm trying to color in with. And then here's my green stem up here. So again, I'm just working. I'm using Sketchy for this one. Again, Sketchy is the one I use the most, probably more than anything. But again, it's something that you have to play around with to find out which one you prefer to be your coloring tool. All right, I'm going to color this in and show you what the finished product looks like.